So this We the People News, one more time at it. Not an attorney, not giving legal advice, okay? Never look straight forward. Always look around you. Be able to protect yourself by any means necessary. This is hearsay. Do your research, okay? Educate yourself. Use that as Second Amendment. Arm yourself with knowledge. All right, so this is much clearer now, even though my phone sucks. It's still going to be a little blurry for y'all. So, to get a clear view is the Justice Revolution, okay? And he has it on there, have our state's constitution been unlawfully charged? Well, yes, okay? And because I've been reading all these things as well, but I'm not invested in as much as he has been doing. So it's interesting his take, and I don't have technology putting things to side by side like what they're doing now. Okay, but it's interesting if you've seen my part 1 video. All right, let's go ahead and proceed forward on part 2. Oh, let's back up, and down we go.
These stupid liars, who's either a prosecutor or a county attorney or anything, anytime they refer to a statute, they go right here, they go to this page here, they go up to this one right here, and I'm just going to go back.
And I just want to say, I did have somebody leave a comment that I'm ignorant of the law and all this kind of stuff. But to some of y'all, have you guys actually done this? Right? Have you read it more than 3 times? Have you looked up definitions of words and the meanings and understanding of all these things? Right? And I think on the video I did do, I specifically says it was for my state, not every single state. I had never read all the codes of I am led to believe. It should be still the same due process. Okay, if justice is for one state, justice for another state. Injustice one state, injustice is another state. Okay, so we got to be clear how we read it. And again, I had to read things a lot more than average people. And then the reason why I got this YouTube is so I can go back on YouTube. Anything I may have forgotten, I can go back and look back up. So, let's go.
Here, I'm going to pick just a law. Let me go here to, let's go to the Judicial Code. And let's just look at actions and venue, actions right to be sued. Let's just see. Let's go to this one right here. Okay. If a husband and wife are sued jointly, either or both may defend in each one's own right for both parties. What's missing here? Do you see an enacting clause on the face of this published law?
No.
Okay, well, maybe I'm just missing it. All right, so that's number 3. Well, okay, let's just go up here to chapter 1, right? Because this is 73B Judicial Code. Maybe there's an enacting clause under the Judicial Code for all of them, right? No, wrong. There must be an enacting clause for each individual chapter and statute. All right, Jury and Witness Act. Okay, let's just go right here. Title. This part is known as the Jury and Witness Act. Well, wouldn't the enacting clause be in the title?
Yep, it would be right after the title.
Okay, right after the title? Okay, so let's go to definitions. No, it's not here either. All right, so let's go here. It is the policy of this state. I don't care about a stupid policy.
The policy is overriding the Constitution. What have I been saying for a long time, people? What have I been saying? Okay? There's not an acting clause in it. It's unlawfully done. But what they did is put a policy to override the Constitution. Sit and think about it.
What is missing?
The enacting clause.
Here's what's interesting, and I want to get your take on this, Erica. Let me go back here to, where was I? Actions and venues. This one right here, husband and wife. It says right here, enacted by Chapter 3, 2008 General Session. Well, there's a little hyperlink here. So when I click on this, this is where it takes me to this. Okay. I don't see an enactment clause here.
Click printer friendly. Oh, there it
Here
goes.
comes. Long title, general description. This is a bill that recodifies it, blah, 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 all the way down through here, all the way down through here.
Oh, go back up. Go back up. Slow, slow. Right there. Stop.
As enacted by the laws? Nope, that's not an enacting clause.
Okay.
It has to say specifically, be it enacted by the legislature of the state of Utah.
Okay, now remember, uppercase state. I'm getting there.
So they're just stating enacted by Utah, and they're not going through the actual procedure.
Hold on. Hold that thought. Let me get down through all this crap. There's a lot of crap here.
A lot of crap there.
My point is are we seeing the enacting clause on the face of the law that's readily and easily accessible to the general public at large?
No.
James, it's what's the can you put the hyperlink that into the Alexis would like to go to that web page. Can you hyperlink it into the chat, please?
There you go. Okay, I'm getting there. Let me just keep going down. Whoops. Okay.
It appears though, Diesel. It absolutely.
Oh, wait a minute. Look what I found. Line 2540. Be it enacted by the legislature of the what?
State of Utah.
Lowercase state of Utah.
Mm-hmm. Uppercase Utah.
Does that mean anything? Maybe it was just a misspelling. My question is, why would, in the state's original constitution, it say, be it enacted by the legislature, uppercase, which, right, an uppercase is a person, place, or thing. So the legislature is a thing. It's a body.
So, this is where the spelling, and the words in the capital state S, this right here is the lowercase s. So it still doesn't coincide. It's unlawful. It's unlawful, people. Okay? And, or, if the state was all caps, it's against this. Still, it would be unlawful. The only way this can actually be worked and passed lawfully is if this actually was a capital S, and then the rest would be small letters, by the original Constitution. So they didn't even do it by the all caps name under the corporations of the state. Now that's double misleading.
Politic of the state, person, place, or thing of Utah. Utah, it denotes an actual jurisdictional area, but the uppercase letter of state is a body politic of we the people. So what does the lowercase mean? Is that the body politic of we the people?
No. That is so tricky.
Can you all believe that? But my point is, it's not. I had to drill down to find that.
Right.
Why do I have to? Why is this hiding? Why do I have
It's
to drill down?
supposed to be very easy to see so that the people know the authority of the law that is behind its enactment.
There you go. There you go. All right. So there is the enacting clause, guys. I've only touched the surface. Let's start. Let's go back here to more of this stuff, right? Here's the thing that I find is interesting. Section 26, right? Under the current Utah Constitution, it says No private or special law shall be enacted where a general law can be applicable. Well, what does that mean?
It means that no special law shall be enacted when a general law can be applicable.
You just told me what it is, but you didn't tell me what it is.
So does that mean that in it like a to fractionate the law, to make like how we amend things and add in fractions and split hairs about these things? Is that what that means?
Sort of.
To create something additional.
Yeah, so I had to, because again, I'm not very smart.
Okay, let's pause right here. So when we kind of look over here, and it says Salt Lake City, right? Well, even with the city, it's capital S, then small letters, capital L, then small letters, capital C with small letters. But on your court documents, cities or anything with the city or county, are they all not always in caps? It's just a question, people. So even this, well, right up here, what is that? All caps. All caps legislature. And what did he just show over here about the legislature? Capital S and capital U. Well, that right there is, yeah, Utah State. Well, over here it says State of Utah. This right here says Utah State.
So I have to, when I see something that doesn't make sense or I don't understand on the surface, I need to dive deeper into it. So I did. I went to my trusty law dictionary here. This isn't Black's Law. It says a private law, the portion of the law that defines, regulates, enforces, and administers relationships among individuals, associations, and corporations, as used in distinction to public law. The term means that part of the law that is administered between citizen and citizen, or that is concerned with the definition, regulation, and enforcement of rights in cases where both the person in whom the right inheres and the person upon whom the obligation rests are private individuals.
Your audio is much better if you're closer to the mic.
I am. I'm like right next to it.
Okay.
So what that means is the state is prohibited from enacting any kind of law that regulates the conduct between its citizens. Right? But what do they do? I mean, I can see the look on Erica's face. She's just like, ooh, I just got something I want to say.
No, this I've never looked at them side by side like this.
Well, and guys, it gets even crazier. I'm going to show you here in a second. So I saw this, and I didn't even look into this. Like, again, I just downloaded a copy of my state's original constitution because I wanted it for other things. I was more interested under the Declaration of Rights and some other stuff like that. However, after reading this, I mean, look at all of these things right here. This section 26 and what's quote unquote the applicable constitution today is one sentence. Section 26 of the original Constitution, the legislature is prohibited from enacting any private or special laws in the following cases: granting divorce. Oh, get the government out of our freaking lives.
Sit and think about that, y'all.
Changing the names of persons or places or constituting one person the heir at law of another. Locating or changing county seats, regulating the jurisdiction and duties of justices of the peace. What? Punishing crime.
There you go, right? How many times I've told you in your Constitution, and now he didn't go in there, that we can impeach them. Well, that's because the legislature can regulate them.
crimes and misdemeanors.
Hmm.
Regulating the practice of courts of justice, providing for a change of venue in civil or criminal actions, assessing and collecting taxes, regulating the interest on money, changing the law of descent or succession. Look at this, there's 18 of them. Remitting fines, penalties, or forfeitures, authorizing persons to keep ferries across streams within the states. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Creating, increasing, or decreasing fees, percentages, or allowances of public officers during the term for which the said officers are elected or appointed. The legislature may repeal any existing special law relating to the foregoing subdivisions. In all cases where a general law can be applicable, no special law shall be enacted. So basically, what it's saying is we are not going to enact a law that regulates the conduct between one citizen and another. But they do it all freaking day long. Gosh. All right, so let's go on.
You gotta share this stuff with Phil.
Oh, I talked to him.
Okay.
And he said, you need to do a show on it. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, I will.
Yeah, this is how it appears, Brent, for sure.
Yes, Brent, you're absolutely hitting the nail on the head. So in other words, the original Utah Constitution put restrictions on our state government, whereas our current one is granting them unlimited power. Exactly. And again, okay, so now I want to get to, well, how did we get here? How are these two constitutions so different? I mean, it doesn't make sense to me. Like, you have all of these things here. Here's something else that's interesting. I'm going to move on down here to the executive department. Okay, let's go into the executive department. Section 1, Section 2. Section 1, executive department. The executive department shall consist of a governor, secretary of state, state auditor, state treasurer, attorney general, and superintendent of public instruction. Wait a minute. Do you guys see this one right here? Secretary of State? Why do we need a Secretary of State?
Because they keep track of all of the enacted laws.
There you go. Go back and read the authority of law under the enactment clause, and you'll see that when a bill is passed, it's not a law until the governor signs it. The governor signs it. It's still not a law until it receives the official state seal by the Secretary of the State of that state.
Right.
All right, people. This week, People News. Till next time. Bye, y'all.